Hi, Eric Gibaud, Gibaud.com, and today, yes, I know, I'm backlit. Why? Because it's windy in the back, so if I turn around, my face will be properly lit, but you will not hear anything because of the wind in the microphone. So I decided that sound was better than my face, okay? So today I'm going to present you filters KF Concept sent me. 3 types of filters, plus adapter rings. I'm not going to present them, but just to tell you that they have some. So if you buy a filter size and you have different diameter for different lenses, you can always adapt your filters. They have this. Okay, so 3 types of filters. First is the ND 2 to 30 variable ND. It means from 1 to 5 stops. Okay, then you have a pure normal circular polarizer. Normal, well, it's top of the range they have. Well, I'll speak about it after, but a CPL, okay, circular polarizer. And then you have a 3-in-1, I should say. It's CPL, it's 2 to 32 VND, and also a mist filter when you have to get this a bit glowy type of video or pictures, okay? So they told me this is the top they have, the best they have. Okay, so I said, are you sure? They say, yes, we are. I said, okay, so you send me 82 millimeter. I'm going to put it to the toughest situation. Medium format, Fujifilm GFX S2 plus wide angle lens, 20 to 35 millimeter in medium format, which is like 16 to 28 millimeter in full frame. So it's probably the most difficult situation for filters. So we're going to see if they're that good. So let's start. Before showing you the result and making some tests, I'm going to tell you common points to all these filters. This is the Nano X line, which is the top of the line they have, the best filters they have. They have 28 layers to guarantee the best quality. Very often we speak about sensor definition or resolution, also about lens definition, but obviously that also exists for filters, because every glass you put in front of the sensor, whether it's a filter or lens, may affect the results. Well, this one has a definition that supports without any problem 8K Ultra HD, so you should get the best quality with anything you want to do. It is waterproof. Yeah, I know, that makes for smile when we say it's waterproof. Obviously, when you put glass in water, it is waterproof, but they mean that it's protected against oxidation, corrosion, but there is also a special glass treatment, so it will have a drop of water that will slide out of it, and also it's scratch proof, dust proof, all this, so it's well prepared. They call it true color. What does this mean? It means that whether you have a filter or not, you will get the same colors. Honestly, nowadays, when you make pictures with a digital camera, it doesn't really matter. You can always correct in post-production. But when you make videos, if you use a VND, that may be a problem, because if I touch a VND while I'm recording, I'm panning, for example, and the exposure is changing, so I have to adjust with my VND. Obviously, if there's a change in color, that's a problem, because how can I correct that as it will change gradually? How can I change that? So it's so important to have true color. So they say it is true color. You will not see difference whether in VND or CPL or this. So we're going to see if it's true. The X effect, cross effect. What is that? Well, many people don't know that VNDs are not actually 2 or 3 NDs in there. They're actually polarizer. And when you turn them different way, they go like this, so it cuts light. And when you get to the maximum, it makes a cross. You see a black cross, a darker cross in the center, okay? Many people think that bad filters do crosses, make crosses, and good filters don't. But actually, every VND make a cross. What happened then? Why on some VND I don't see it? Well, just basically because they stop turning before the cross appears. So this is why it's so good to use filters that are not too wide. I mean, it's better to have from 2 to 32 ND than 2 to 1000. Why? Because otherwise you will probably reach a cross. So it's better to have 2 filters, VND, a 2 to 32 and a 32 to 1000, for example. That's more logical. In this case, it goes from 2 to 32 and they say there is no cross. We'll see if it's true. You can put a filter on the front, there's a filter thread, and you can also put a cap, your lens cap, but it will not be possible to put a sun hood on the VNDs. On the CPL, yes. Why? Because a small piece of metal that helps you turn the VND, so obviously it will not fit with the sun hood. Okay, so they also use Japanese glass. There are two big glass makers in the world, the German Shot and another brand, I can't remember the name in Japan. KF Concept uses either the German or the Japanese brand. So now, I think I'm not forgetting about anything. We're going to have some samples. So let's start. I think there is one thing that is worse than wind for recording video. It's the police that came and they say, sir, it's not possible to park here anymore, even for recording videos, so please move on. So I'm in another area of the island. I forgot to tell a couple of things because they cut me just when I was recording English. First of all, the frame is copper. It's not aluminum, it's not any other metal, it's not plastic, it's copper. That gives a better quality according to KF Concept. And I can't remember if I said it. I will see if I cut when I edit. You can put there's a filter thread on the front, so you can put an extra filter. Don't forget that if you go stacking filters, you may get some vignetting. This filter is not supposed to vignette, we'll see that, but beware that if your lens already vignettes, obviously putting a filter will make things no difference, will keep vignetting also. Okay, we're going to start with the most simple, which is not simple, but well, less feature in it, the CPL circular polarizer. It comes in the hard box. They include with a vacuum, I don't know you call that, no air in there, a microfiber cloth to clean it. Don't forget that when you're going to clean anything, blow it first or vacuum first, because there may be a small bit of sand and it will scratch it. I know these filters are protected against scratches, but I'm not the type of person who gets annoyed to see if it's true or not. Okay, so always with this or any product, when you're going to pass a cloth, first make sure it's clean and make sure you don't have any bit of hard dust or sand or whatever. Okay, so we're going to check this circular polarizer first. As I said, I've just placed the CPL, and as you can see on the CPL, yes, it is possible to put the sun hood in this type of sun hood. That works fine, no problem. So you see the effect in real time. I'm going to record a video so you see how it affects. Actually, polarizer, they have one thing, it's made to take out all reflection, but it depends on several things. First, it cannot be on metal, not this filter, any CPL will not work on metal. And second, it will also depend on the angle of the sun or the source of light. You can remove more or less the reflection. When you do that, you will also you get more saturated colors, and that's normal because it takes out some reflection, and also you will get less light because reflection is also light. So if I cut it out, you will see your exposure drop from 1.5 to 3 stops, depending on how much you cut, depends on filters, all this, okay? So I'm going to show you in real time. First thing, it's best to take out the sun hood so you can turn the filter, and then you place it again when you, okay. Right now in video, I've got constant exposure. It will correct playing with the ISO, okay? But as you can see, when I turn, you do see our reflection. I turn all the time, see that here there's a lot of reflection. Then I turn, and then I'm going to get a lot less reflection here. Check the colors, they'll get more saturated, all this. So you're going to be able to play like this, as you can see. And when I've got exactly what I want, I can place my sun hood, okay? Same thing when you do photos, obviously. Here I've made 2 pictures on 20mm, which is equivalent of 16mm full frame, okay? And as you can see, one has maximum polarizing, so I get less reflection, a lot more saturated colors, and the other one I've got less saturation, also a lot more reflection. This is why I think the term true color doesn't refer to colors stay the way they are, because obviously if you're going to play with CPL, it will affect colors as they make them more saturated. The other thing, when they say true color, they mean there is no strange color shift like towards brown or yellow or green. It's just restricted to saturation of colors, which is what we expect from a CPL. Okay, so you see with these two pictures, I didn't put the sun hood, so you have the extreme situation, and you see what the filter is giving. I think it speaks for itself. By the way, if you wanted to help me, don't forget I've got affiliated links in the description. Please use them, that really helps me. And if you wanted to buy Luminar Neo or Aperty by Skylum, please use my code ERIC10 and you get a 10% discount. It's extra discount. You see a great offer, still place my code, it's even cheaper for you. Thank you so much, that really helps me. Let's carry on. I've mounted the VND 2 to 32 here. It comes with this small patch. When you pull this small string, the filter will come out. You don't see it here because it's here, okay? Honestly, I'm not a fan of VNDs for photography. I prefer to use them for video. But the other day I was making a photo shoot with Roots. I didn't have any ND 3 stops to cut ambient light and light with flash because I don't want to use high sync. And I had just received this filter, so I used it. As you can see on the picture, the quality is stunning. The results are great, no problem whatsoever. Why do you use ND? Well, to cut light, but VND you use it a lot in video for the following reason. Sometimes you're going to do a panning like this, an exposure is not the same here than there, so you want at the same time change your exposure without touching aperture, speed, whatever, and nothing actually you want to touch except your VND. So you're going to turn it and fine-tune the exposure, okay? Why do we use that in video? Well, basically because we try to have a 180 degrees shutter angle. What does this mean? Well, if you make picture like 25 frames per second, you normally to have a shutter speed that is twice, 1/50 of a second. It's impossible with that sun to expose properly. So you want to cut light, because if you don't want to touch the aperture, you cannot touch the shutter speed. The ISO is already on minimum. The only way is to cut light. So you put on ND filters, and in video you normally use a VND because exposure may change quickly and you're making a video. You cannot do a one-by-one picture. So that's why. So also I'm going to show you right now also a small video so you see the results. Obviously here light is constant, so no way I can show you the effect if I put automatic exposure. So I've I'm on f22 right now because I've got only one stop, ND2, 1/50th of a second, which is my shutter speed, and 640 ISO, which is for the maximum dynamic range on this camera. So right now, if I turn the VND, as you can see, is going to cut light until it's completely underexposed. Obviously, if I was automatic ISO, for example, it would change the ISO, okay? I'm going to open the aperture right now. So you see where I cut maximum, you can see if you see a cross or not. Here, it would be from corner to corner. Do you see a cross? Well, I don't, okay? So it gives you an idea of the quality of this filter. You check yourself on a massive, larger screen and you see if it's good for you or not. But honestly, the quality seems to be perfect to me. If you were doing pictures, instead of moving all the time like this, you just expose for what you need. You just adjust for the cut you want, and that's it. That's simple. Now we're going to see the 3-in-1, which is CPL, circular polarizer, VND 2 to 32, 1 stop to 5 stops, and mist, black mist, 1/4. Obviously you cannot put and take out the mist, it's fixed, it's always mist. It gives a bit more romantic look, okay? So how does that work? First you need to tune the polarizing. As you can see, I turn. Here it's not much polarized. I'm going to check until I get the effect I want. That cuts light obviously, but also reflection. Then when I'm happy with that, I'm going to change the exposure moving the VND, okay? One thing that is important, here I've said that it's fixed. This is why it's get too dark, okay? Normally, I would not work this way because I would not touch a VND if the exposure is not changing. Right now, it's not changing, but I did so you can see it. So I'm going to open the aperture so you can have a look. When I change a VND, okay, so you see if you see a dark cross appear, okay? In the center, do you see a cross? I don't either. Maybe you see it, I don't see it, okay? Obviously that kind of filter is used a lot more in video than photography, but you can still use it in photography. But as you can see, the result speaks for itself. So my conclusion is your conclusion. You've seen the pictures, you've seen the video, you know if it's good or not. Honestly, I think that when they say this is the top quality, they're right. It's really good, the results are really fine, and I think, yeah, they're completely recommendable. So, but still, you take into account that I tested it in the worst situation. 20mm medium format, which is equivalent of a 16mm on full frame, and this is probably the worst situation to test a filter. If the filter is good here, it's good anywhere. They actually have a size that goes from 37 to 95mm. If you have different lenses, different sizes, get a wider one and use the step up ring or step down ring, up to you. Okay, step up is better in this situation because you avoid vignetting and anything and everything like this. So if you're interested, I'll leave you links in the description where you can buy it. So thank you so much K&F Concept for sending me the filters. Thank you to you for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, the small button in here and the small bell. If you click on the bell, you will get notified when I upload a new video. My website, Gibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. Don't forget, I've got affiliated links in the description. Please use them, that really helps me. And if you wanted to buy Luminar Neo or Apple T by Skylum, please use my code ERIC10 and get a 10% discount. It's extra on top of any offer they have. It's really windy right now. You get an extra 10%. Use it. That really helps me. Thank you so much. I'll also leave you my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.